What do you think would be the state to meet if you mean like, I haven't seen you so usually, or I want to meet you more often? What state do you think it would be then?
Uncertain.
Yes, uncertain state. So if you're talking about many processes, like I want to see you more often, then you will probably use the uncertain state because you're not talking about this one meeting that you guys would have, but many meetings. Similarly, to watch was uncertain always, but to see, if you are talking about one meeting, or in other words, one seeing, like I see you, then you use what state?
Certain state.
Yes, but if you're talking about I want to see you more often, what state is this?
That's uncertain.
Yes, uncertain. Because certain state is always one action, one clear action, or that we know the amount, and uncertain, well, in this case it's continuous action. First of, what was the word day in Finnish? Day. So it's not tai. Tai can be found only in the end of the names of the weekdays, like Monday. These words were loaned. But what did we do to the D of day?
It become T.
Yes, in this case, but we rolled it around. What letter does it remind us?
P.
P, yes. And change the Y to similar sounding letter in Finnish. What is that letter?
The Y.
Y. So it's creating I sound. So
Yeah.
what letter are we going to put?
I.
I, yes. And add 2 dots to the A. What do you have now?
Päi.
Päi. And do you remember the rest? What was the day?
Va.
Yes, but it's not va, but
Vä.
va. Yes, so what is the word to the day? Day.
Päivä.
Päivä. Very good. If you want to say these days or nowadays, like these days people don't listen to me, or these days people are different than they were when I was young, or these classic things, you will say as this day. Instead of saying these in plural, in Finnish you will say as this day. What would be as this, first of all?
As this.
As this. Find the first syllable for the word this. What is that?
Tää.
Tää. And as this?
Tänä.
Tänä. And if you say as this day or these days, you will need to have the word this with the ending and day with the ending. How is these days, or in Finnish this day, or in Finnish as this day?
Tänä päivänä.
Tänä päivänä. How would it say these days people don't want to speak about anything? The word people in Finnish is person, or person or human. It's the same thing. If you remember, we used the English word human to have it as a hook for the word han, but don't confuse it. Now we are learning the actual word for human. That word is ihminen. Ihminen. How would you spell it?
Ihminen.
Ihminen.
I-H-M-I-N-E-N.
Yes, ihminen. And this word is kind of funny because ihme without the nen ending means miracle. So like miracle-ish is kind of the word human. So that is kind of funny if you think it in that way. To get the different versions of words ending with N, A, B, C, D, N, like ihminen, to get the different versions of that, we have to do one thing. What is the certain state of the word it?
Sen.
Sen. We have a similar thing happening with nen. You're going to change the first n to the first letter of sen. What is that?
Sen.
Sen. So you have nen and it becomes
Sen.
sen. That's right. So they are not behaving very similarly because for other reasons we're going to discuss, but remember that to get any mode except for the most basic form, ihminen, if you want from person, for example, you will need to have the S there. First, what is the certain state of ihminen?
Certain state of ihminen.
Ihminen, yes.
Ihmisen.
Ihmisen. The verb to see was nähdä. How is he sees? Hän näkee. And how would you say he sees that human or that person? First, is that close or far? That is far, so we use the word it to build it. In other words, now he sees that person. How is that? Hän näkee sen ihmisen. You need to have the certain ending on both ihminen, which becomes ihmisen, and se, sen ihmisen. Hän näkee sen ihmisen. If you take a look at this word, what tells you that it's certain state?
Sen.
Yes, sen, but usually what is the letter that tells us that it's certain state?
The E.
Not E, it's the placeholder, but what is after it?
N.
N, yes. N in verbs means the I form. Olla, olen. Verbs are words that we can put to in front of in English. To be, to play, to say, and so on. But in nouns, in words that we can put a or t before, it means singular certain state. The same thing with adjectives. And adjectives are the words that describe. Big boy. The word big is adjective. To create from human, you take off the N and then you add from ending. How would it be from human?
Ihmistä.
That would be the uncertain state, but from state.
Ihmisistä. Ihmisistä.
Ihmisestä, it's not sta, but
Ihmisistä.
ihmisestä. Why is it sta?
Because of the I.
And ABCD, yes. Ihminen, that's right. They are neutral. What was the verb to like? Let's use the one which we can get from the Swedish verb. Tycka. Tycka. First, we don't have two K's there, like in Swedish. We have tycka. Tycka. What happens to the A? It gets two dots because tycka. We cannot have tycka because it would break the Van Hamlin rules. Tycka. Now we are going to add the one last syllable. What is that? Tä. Tykätä. And because this particular verb had a hard consonant there before ata or ätä, so if there was K or T before that and you wanted the I form, you had to add another K there or another T there before the ending to have the form. So instead of tykään, what do we have? Tykkään. With two K's, with two A's, with two dots. How would you say I like that person or human? And in Finnish you would say I like from that person. And that wasn't sistä, but instead it got the S changed to a vowel. What was that vowel? Yes, that vowel was I. Siitä. Sitä, it, uncertain state. A, or A with two dots, that's shorter. And sta, the from ending, which is longer. Siitä. Sistä. Siitä. Very good. How to say I don't like from that person? En tykkää siitä ihmisestä. We had ihminen, and first we always need the certain state, because in every single ending version we have the S there. So it's easier to first think about the certain state and then the others. Ihminen, ihmisen. Oh, the N is the uncertain ending. Let's take it off. Ihmisen. And then let's add the from ending. Stä, ihmisestä. En pidä siitä ihmisestä.